We have certainly covered a lot of ground together in this series. We've talked about what the Immanuel Approach is, how our training works, what it's meant for the people that have gone through the program. My hope is that somewhere in the middle of all of what you've heard in the series, that something has resonated with you. Maybe something stirred in you or piqued your interest enough for you to wonder, hey, might this be for me? If so, then today's episode is where we're going to let you know what your next step would look like. The Immanuel Approach is a way of growing an interactive connection with Jesus, one where true healing happens when you experience Jesus with you in the middle of your hurt. I'm Cathy Little, Executive Director and co-founder of the Immanuel Institute, and this is the Immanuel Institute podcast. In this series, I've answered your questions about the Immanuel Institute, and I've shared how you can learn more and grow in this approach. Whether you want to strengthen your own relationship with Jesus or be equipped to help others, this podcast is made for you. This episode wraps up the entire series, so if you're new here, you might want to backtrack just a little bit so that you have context. Let's dive in. Today, we're going to talk about the next step. Where do you go from here now that you've heard about the different courses that we offer and caught a little bit of the flavor of what the Immanuel Institute is all about? You've already heard from students in the previous episode, and they have shared from their own perspective and in their own words, their experience with the school and with the training and the impact that it's had on their own life. And now it's time for you to kind of take a look at, well, is this something that I want to move forward in? And if so, how do I do it? A quick recap of the path. Everyone starts with level 1, the Immanuel Approach for Life, and moves into level 2, which is the Immanuel Approach for Emotional Healing. Along the way, you have the Understanding Trauma course and the option to get certified if you so choose. If you're brand new and you want to step into level 1, information about that is on our website at emmanuelinstitute.com under courses, the Immanuel Approach for Life. We offer that entry point once every trimester, so you can look for it somewhere around the end of September, beginning of October, again in January, and then again in April. The only exception to this first step is if you have had some basic training in the Immanuel Approach from another trainer that we know and trust. And that would just require a conversation because it's entirely possible you know enough for you to easily slide into the level 2 Immanuel Approach for Emotional Healing. So you'll just need to reach out to me and set up a conversation, and you can do that through the website. If you've done level 1 already, or what we used to call foundations, or you attended a live training back in the day when we were doing those, level 2 is the next step, and you can enroll right on our website under courses. Understanding trauma is the only piece that you can just jump in at any time with no prerequisite, and you can step in whenever it is convenient for you. It is included with tuition, so if you're planning to enroll, you can wait for that, or you can simply jump in now. It's up to you. The only caution we have for that is that because of the nature of the content of that course, we want to make sure that you have support and you're in community if you are currently processing through some trauma or there's some things that could potentially come up during that course. If you're interested in checking out the online healing community that I talked about in episode 7, you can access that through the parent company website, which is face2facenetwork.org under resources. So that's it. That's the whole series. We covered a lot of ground in 10 episodes, looking at who we are, what we teach, why we train the way we do, and why it matters. Thank you so much for listening and being part of this. And I do hope that your questions were answered and that something in what I said will help you know what your next step is. That's it for this episode, and that's it for the series. If you'd like to learn more about the Immanuel Institute and the trainings we offer, please go to emmanuelinstitute.com. That's Immanuel spelled with an I. And thank you so much for spending this time with us. Thanks for listening. I'm Cathy Little, and I'm so glad that you were here.